Hey, crypto fans and subscribers and patrons of the IR4 podcast, and of course, everyone else from around the world. It's your boy, Jeremy Alexander Newsome, the internet's cerebral pyromaniac. I trust you're doing absolutely marvelously majestic. We have a fantastic interview today with Brian, the sales and marketing director of Aircoins. You're really going to love this new project. It's an incredible augmented reality platform and software company that specializes in in-game tokens. Really good stuff, mind-blowing. You're going to hear Brian get all excited and pumped up. So let's dive into the interview. Let's get it rocking and rolling. You are awesome. Let's just dive in. So Brian, tell us a little bit about your project that you're working on, man. What is Aircoin?
So Aircoins is a free mobile app that allows users to find, collect, and trade cryptocurrency. We're still working on the trading functionality of it. So at the moment, users are able to essentially walk around in augmented reality. For those who aren't familiar with the term augmented reality or AR, you can liken it to Pokemon Go. That's what augmented reality is. People have kind of nicknamed us the Pokemon Go of crypto. So yeah, that's essentially what it is. It allows you to walk around in augmented reality, find 3D animated coins, and be able to pick those up for free and store them in your Aircoins wallet.
Whoa, that is cool, man. That is very cool. Did you come up with the concept, or was it something?
That would be our CEO, Amal Safi. So Amal has been working on this for quite some time. Actually, I think he's been working on this for over 3 years. But like the concept of Aircoins, not the physical involvement with cryptocurrency, but he's a developer. He's a software developer, IT guy. So he had been working on this idea, and he was a fan of Pokemon Go, that style of video game. He was also heavily involved with Call of Duty. He had his own team at one point. So just kind of video game background, software developer. So he had this vision, and it wasn't until he kind of started personally getting invested in cryptocurrency and learning more about it that he decided to kind of mash the two together, and that's how he came up with Aircoins.
Wow, that is amazing. That's very, very cool. And when did you first hear about cryptocurrencies? What's been your involvement just in that space, in this space?
I got involved in crypto September of 2017. So not that long. Actually about a year. Probably a year ago, as of probably just a few days ago. I think my first, it was really random. Actually, I was just at work. I used to work in construction before I quit my job and got into cryptocurrency. So I used to own a construction company, and I had a guy at work, a friend of mine, who came up to me and he said, "Have you heard about this whole Bitcoin thing?" And I said, "No, I had never even heard the word Bitcoin."
Yeah.
And he told me about this documentary on Netflix called Banking on Bitcoin. He was telling me all about it at work, and it sounded interesting. So I went home when I finished work that day. First thing I did was I watched that documentary, and since then it just kind of the whole world of digital currency and digital assets and the blockchain industry. It's blown my life, and it's really changed my life personally. I mean, like I said, since that time a year ago, I've quit my job. I've left my own company, and I work full time in the blockchain industry. So so I had invested personally in September. I had I won't get into how much I invested or what. It was a good time. It was right before the kind of big bull run that we had.
Yep.
So I got in at a good time. Obviously, the longer you've been in here, the longer you've been in the industry, the better you would have made out essentially in this last bull run. But I got in at a good time, and I worked on several projects. I was personally invested in a lot of projects. And then I started just from a marketing background. I know I said I worked in construction, but we were big on social media. We were kind of like influencers, some would call us. So we marketed ourselves a lot, work through YouTube, Instagram, and video. So I had that kind of marketing experience for my own company, and then I started working on other cryptocurrency projects. I've worked on about 4 or 5. We've written white papers. We've been involved in all different sides of cryptocurrency. So from marketing to technical, we had a small mining farm at one point out in Quebec because hydro was cheaper there. So I've just been kind of personally invested in the space. It just kind of sucked me into almost every aspect of it, really from mining to investments to working on projects and marketing. So like I said, it's really changed my life. And then I discovered Aircoins about 3.5, maybe 4 months ago. I was helping the Electra project on marketing.
Sure.
I was their Canadian ambassador, and then when Electra first announced the Aircoins partnership, that's when I learned about Aircoins. And it turned out that Amal, the CEO, he actually lived about 4 hours away from me.
Oh wow!
So because I was working for Electra and or contributing, I should say, it's a what do you call that? Decentralized community. So everything's community driven. So I was contributing to Electra, and we thought it would be a great opportunity if I interviewed the CEO of Aircoins to talk about the Electra Aircoins partnership. So I drove down to meet them all to talk about Electra and Aircoins and how the whole thing worked, because we were curious as well. And it's this new app that's giving away free cryptocurrency. You don't really hear about that every day. So it would be a good opportunity to get on video. And when I met them all, we just hit it off right away. I started talking about some of my marketing and networking skills. And essentially, he offered me a job to come work for him, and that's what I've been doing now for about 3.5 months, and things are going good.
Yeah.
So Brian, as you were talking, I downloaded and signed up for. Look how many Aircoins are next to where I live.
No way! That's amazing.
I'm gonna be out all night just getting Aircoins.
I want to do this with you.
You will. You'll see that it's been an impressive few months. I mean, it's crazy how much of an impact this game has had on some people's lives. It's unreal. We get messages all the time. Like our Telegram community is growing at a fairly quick rate. When I joined about 3.5 months ago, about 3.5 months ago, I think there was under 400 members, and now today I think we're over 5,600 Telegram members. And you should see the kind of influx of photos that we receive from all around the world, and just people with stories that talk about how this game has impacted their lives.
Wow.
There's a couple not far from us. They go out every night, morning and night. They go for a walk together for about an hour in the morning. They go to work. They come back. They go for a walk for an hour in the evening, and they just go around collecting Aircoins.
So I'm sitting here in my kitchen. I just got 5,000, or maybe it's 5.0, but is that an Aircoin token? ACTN?
ACTN, that's Action Coin. So we partnered with I think currently there's over 17 coins available in game. So when we say Aircoins, you're not just picking up our own native token. So we have our own native token called AirX. And that's one of the ones that's most widely available in game. But then we've also partnered with all these other cryptocurrency companies who've also donated funds for us to airdrop around the world. So you just picked up an Action Coin. So you're downloading it too?
I'm doing for sure, of course, of course.
So so that would be an Action Coin that you just picked up. Now, if you go back, if you hit the middle button again and you go back to your map, you'll see there's a little wallet in the bottom right-hand corner. You click on that wallet, and like you said, it shows you your coins that are stored. So as you move around the room and you walk around, it's an 80-meter radius. So if you're within 80 meters of a coin, that's when you're able to pick it up. So yeah, and those coins that you collect, those are yours. They're safe in your Aircoins wallet.
So
all right. This is crazy. All right, this is crazy because I'm very impressed. And Brian, Jeremy, and I talk with a lot of different.
He doesn't get impressed with
cryptocurrency and
he's kind of a dick.
The user interface is absolutely awesome. Very easy to use.
I'm glad you like it. I hate our user interface.
Well, but compared to other cryptocurrencies and the shit that they have going on, this is much better. So kudos to you.
That's sad to hear. Really, it shouldn't be like that. This is a new emerging field. Yeah. And you know, it's sad to see it, that I actually hate our user interface. I think our user interface is like the 1990s of the internet. So that's actually something that we're working on right now. We're working on a complete fresh rebrand for the company, a new user interface. We're also working to add gamification features, in-game purchases that you could use with the currency that you collect.
Are you going to ever connect it with Pokemon Go, do you think?
No, I don't think there's any plans. We've never really considered that.
Okay.
I think Pokemon Go probably views this as competition, if anything.
Yeah.
Okay.
But it's essentially we're trying to introduce cryptocurrency to the masses, right? This project is all about mass adoption.
Yeah.
So we're all about mass adoption, and also by downloading the app, you're essentially creating yourself a free wallet that gets loaded with free cryptocurrency. So, you know, whenever a user signs, it's not, you know, those coins that you showed on your phone, those just didn't happen to be there. That's because you downloaded the app. So we sprinkled some around you essentially within I think a 5-mile radius. So every time a user downloads the app, we ping their GPS location, we drop a bunch of coins around you. We have respawn measures in place. So when you start, if you just, you know, like you're just sitting in the house, you were able to collect a few coins.
I'm collecting right now, man. Feeling rich. So
when if you're just sitting there, you're able to collect coins in an 80-meter radius.
Yeah.
But if you don't venture out, it's going to be a while before more coins spawn in your location again, right? We want this game to be fair for everybody. So if you're not actively going about and searching for more coins, if you're not essentially clearing a small area, there won't be any more that fall in that area. We'll do a reset every I don't know how often we do it actually, every few days for stale coins, or if they don't get collected, we have the ability to recall them back.
Right.
So cryptocurrency doesn't go to waste. If there's coins across a freeway or in the water, we can reclaim those and redisperse them through the game. But yeah, it's a very interesting game.
What happens if I go out to, like, I'm going to Maryland this weekend? Will there be coins over there, or is it mainly just where I usually live?
No, absolutely. There will be coins everywhere you go.
All right, so
man.
Jeremy, all right, good. You're pulling this up. Can I all right, let's get down into the weeds here. How are you guys making money? What's the proprietary? What's the value add that you have? I mean, I get it, like free, go out there and you can even have the health conscious type of approach. Yeah, we're promoting exercise and interaction with, you know, the real world and free coins, this, that, and there. How the hell are you guys making money?
That's a very good question, and I'm surprised we don't actually get asked that more often. I think everybody's too excited about the fact that they're earning free cryptocurrency. We don't really ask us, hey, how are you guys making money?
Yeah.
So there's a few different revenue streams. Our kind of biggest focus is digital advertising.
I see this. Oh.
Don't get too pissed off, because I hate digital advertising. I hate ads. I hate going on YouTube and having to wait 10 seconds before I can watch a video, or I'm watching a video and I'm watching a commercial and halfway through a commercial there's another ad before I can finish watching my commercial. So I hate ads. With that being said, we do plan on introducing digital advertising into the app, but we want to do it in a fun, interactive way. That is in augmented reality. So there's a few different ad revenues that we're exploring. Obviously, we want non-invasive, non-intrusive types of ads. We don't want it popping up in our customers' faces and they can't enjoy the game, or they have to X out. We want interactive ads. So for example, we could draw foot traffic, right? Our app, we use geolocation. So say, for example, McDonald's wanted to partner with us. They said, we want to pay you guys, $400,000 in marketing. We would create a McDonald's token, have the little M symbol. Yeah. And we could literally drop those tokens at every single McDonald's franchise around the world. Yep. So there's something like 32,000 McDonald's franchises. We could sprinkle McDonald's tokens around every single McDonald's, and for every 5 tokens that you collect, you get a free large fry.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
So not only are you drawing foot traffic to that location, you're also incentivizing them by having them go out and earn tokens. So not only can you earn free money, we will be working on other ways to incentivize the users through the use of online advertising. But are you really going to complain when you're trying to collect free money and you see a free McDonald's fry? No, you're going to collect it because it's fun. It's fun and interactive, right? So that's one way is digital advertising, selling kind of advertising packages where we could physically draw foot traffic to a business or a location. So it could be I gave the example of you collect 5 McDonald's tokens and you get a free large fry. We could also do a Home Depot campaign where Home Depot wants to pay us $100,000, and we create, if they want to partner with a power tool, if they want to partner with Milwaukee Tools or DeWalt, we could create a little 3D animated spinning Milwaukee drill in augmented reality. And when users show up to Home Depot and collect that free drill, they can, receive 15% off a Milwaukee purchase inside of a Home Depot. Something like that. So
fucking brilliant.
Brilliant.
So that's one way, actually working with companies to introduce augmented reality objects or incentives that drive foot traffic. There's also in-game purchases. So like I said, we can have add-ons. So right now, your collective range, your radius to be able to pick up a coin is 80 meters. So for example, I'm not saying this may be in the works, but for example, you could have an add-on that allows you to double your collective range that might be available to purchase in-app. So a user could use the free coins that they've collected to purchase that game add-on, or in the near future, they might be able just to purchase it through Google Play, through credit card transactions. So that's all things that we're working on, all different revenue streams. We are working on in-game purchases. We're working on advertising with companies. And also, just right now, we are charging a listing fee to get listed on the app.
Nice.
So similar to exchanges, which I'm not really big on listing fees. I think a lot of the listing fees that we see on exchanges are borderline extortion.
Agreed.
So we charge a very reasonable fee. Right now, our fee is just 1 BTC. So it's fairly cheap for users to get on the app. When you see some companies that you hear charge like $2.5 million for a listing fee on an exchange.
Unreal.
But obviously we're a relatively small company. We didn't have an ICO or any type of public raise. This company is entirely self-funded.
I love it. So yeah, that was I'm glad you brought it up, because that was my next question is the corporate infrastructure. How you guys started, was it bootstrap? Did you do an ICO? You're saying no. Everything's been self-funded. Fantastic. So obviously there is absolutely no, unless you guys did something that it's really bad, but I'm sure that didn't happen. But there's no illicit or illegal activity as far as raising capital. It's been bootstrapped. You have revenue streams coming in. You have a product that absolutely works. I mean, how are you guys not more known in the world?
Because I just started working here. That's why.
That's right.
I like it.
Good answer. So Brian, not Brian Masterson. So Brian, are you able to see the screen?
Are you talking to Brian Masterson?
Yeah, Brian Masterson. Are you able to see the screen?
Yes, I can see the screen.
Okay, so check this out. So I was playing around with this, the site. They're talking about the future coins. So these action coins that you picked up.
Yeah.
This is going to blow your mind, but this is very similar to what the other Brian was talking about. where you pick up action coins, and this is where companies can sell their ad space on the site. But if you get 13,000 action coins or 30,000, you can save $30 on a one-day rafting trip. So that's legit. So how'd you find these partners, the Brian?
So that is not my division. We have a partnership division. So we have our VP of strategy, Kai Kraut, and he works with our head of partnership, Matt Hawks. So those two are in charge of vetting our partners, bringing them on to our Aircoins Alliance that we have. It's a closed Telegram group where members have to vote on other members that may get added to the alliance. So essentially we have a partnership division that thoroughly vets our partners and the coins that we bring on. So Kai and Matt take care of that. So essentially when we onboard a company, they take care of that. But we're willing to work with anyone. That's the beauty of Aircoins, is that we're kind of blockchain agnostic. We're not tied to any one project. There's no Bitcoin Cash versus Bitcoin or Ethereum versus EOS. There's no competition here. We're just trying to encourage users to get involved in the cryptocurrency space, go outside, stay healthy, stay active, and earn free crypto, right?
So are you guys planning, is there any, I think that, and again, outside looking in, I think the path that you're on is so righteous, so awesome. Is there any vision, or plans in the works for you guys to get listed on a cryptocurrency exchange? Do you want to be listed on an exchange?
What time is it right now? 7 o'clock. So in about 55 minutes, we've got an official announcement I got to make. So we can't stay on too long.
Sure.
But that'll kind of answer your question.
Nice.
So I'll tell you guys right now, actually, because this isn't live. And
it's not live.
Yeah. So at about 55 minutes at 8 o'clock, we're going to be making an announcement that we've just listed on EtherShift. So ethershift.co. Now we're listing a little differently than most companies. So EtherShift is an Ethereum ERC20 exchange. Essentially, they only do ERC20 tokens. And we're very cautious about our tokenomics. Who's buying our tokens, where they're going, who the major holders are. We care about our investors. We care about the ecosystem that we're building. And like I said, everything has been self-funded. A lot of the people that are working for the company, they get paid in an AirX salary. Those salaries are held in retention. So when we do hit an exchange, our price can't dump. So there is obviously a set amount of Aircoins. Our total supply is 10 billion, 5 billion of which are allocated for in-game airdrops. Sorry to get into details, but while we're talking about exchanges, I want to kind of paint a fuller picture of what our plans for exchanges are, what our tokenomics are, and how we plan on essentially adding value to AirX. So our total tokens is 10 billion tokens. 5 billion of those are allocated for in-game airdrops. So for the actual Aircoins ecosystem, essentially to last us, over the course of a few years, if we have to, depending how popular the game gets. So we want to stretch those tokens out as more and more users sign up. The AirX token will get scarcer and scarcer as it starts to get collected and picked up into the environment. Yeah. So 5 billion tokens are for in-game. 1 billion are reserved for the team. Like I said, this is entirely self-funded. Our employees, our staff, they get paid in an AirX salary, which is worthless at this very moment. Essentially, it's not. We can't sell on an exchange as of yet. So, our team is getting paid a salary. It has a value that we've given it, that we've evaluated our company at. So right now AirX is worth 0.004. And that's what we just listed on EtherShift for. So just under half a cent US, 0.005 would be half a cent. Am I saying that right? 0.0? Yeah. So we're listing on EtherShift for that. So just under half a cent US. And that's essentially, that's what you're picking up in game as well. So when you pick up, we have multipliers in game. So if you, for example, pick up an Aircoin and it says, 15, you just picked up 15 Aircoins. So you tapped one, but there was a multiplier. So
cool.
At half a cent, when you just tapped one and you got 10, for example, that's closer to 4 cents that you just picked up.
Yep.
So Aircoins is listing for 0.004, and then the remaining 4 billion tokens, those are for private investors for over-the-counter sales or sales through exchanges, as well as marketing and strategic partnerships. So 10 billion total supply, 5 billion are reserved for in-game, 1 billion for the team, 4 billion for sales and marketing.
Thanks
so
for
let's talk about the scaling, right? So a game like this, if we do correlate it to a Pokemon Go, this thing can catch on like wildfire. Can you guys and the Ethereum network handle the volume at that scale? And also, I guess second part of that question is, if we stick with a huge growth volume, right? Can you guys stay at that level and continue, going down this road that you're going down? Or would you prefer a nice gradual incline and really how do you vision adoption and scaling, I guess?
Well, it's kind of a loaded question. There's a lot of different ways and a lot of different. Primarily, we're an app, right? We're a software company. We're not really a cryptocurrency company. So you're essentially investing in an app, right? It's the company itself is raising money through private investors. We're working with private investors. We're trying to raise equity for the company. And we didn't have an ICO, but we are listed on EtherShift at a fixed rate. So people could start buying our tokens at a fixed price, which is also the same price that they are worth in game, that essentially people are picking them up for. So in the near future, when we get on other exchanges, they'll be able to withdraw onto those exchanges as well when we enable the withdrawal function. But for the most part, the scaling on a blockchain scale, there's not really much that we need blockchain wise. It's mostly kind of server infrastructure and be able to handle the volume. It's not really a blockchain question. It's more of a technical, like a app question. So our app is hosted on AWS, I think Amazon.
AWS, okay.
Yeah, I think on Amazon Cloud right now.
Sure.
We've looked at getting like transferring to Google, or maybe it's vice versa. Maybe we're on Google and thinking of going to AWS. I don't know. Again, I'm the marketing and sales guy.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm not the tech brother. We are. It is hosted online, so we could scale at almost an infinite rate. If we get an influx of 200,000 users, we might get 10 minutes of downtime at most. We just have to essentially flip a switch and upgrade servers so that we can handle the volume, the capacity. But scalability is pretty well almost infinite, kind of like most apps. You get an app like Pokemon Go that has I don't know how many hundreds of millions of downloads. We can handle that volume. We're not really scared of that. There is a lot of development that needs to be done on the blockchain side of things, which we are working on. So we have different sets of developers. We have developers that are physically working on the app, developing and writing code and getting that side of things ready. All our in-game gamifications. Then we have augmented reality developers, which will animate, do 3D animation on the actual coins.
Right.
And then we have blockchain developers, which will be working on and are currently working on the withdrawal function and being able to withdraw these coins from the game. So there's a lot of things on our plate right now, especially for being a relatively new. Yeah, there is. But the beauty is, we don't owe anybody money. So
yeah, that's huge. No, that's huge, man.
So we don't, we're working at our own pace. We're giving away free money. That's the beauty of it. The company's not in debt. We don't have any debt. We didn't have an ICO, so we don't have a commitment to our users to have to pay them back. We're a self-funded company that's cruising along as we go, doing the best we can. As investors start to come in, things are going to progress a lot faster. And we weren't even expecting our app to be to have as many users and to have as much interaction and to grow as fast as it really did. This kind of actually really caught the company off guard. So we had some growing pains, maybe even up until about 2 months ago. Our first month when we first released our Android version, Android came out, and then obviously you'll have all kinds of issues because of the technology, the AR technology, the geolocation.
For sure. What did you do first, OS or Android?
Android was released first, and then I think we did iOS about 2 weeks after. So we had a little bit of a marketing campaign for that. But yeah, Android was first, and then we kind of worked out all the kinks and bugs, mostly just in different types of cell phones, right? When you're building an app, it has to be cross-compatible, and up until a certain version, right? Up until after a certain point, the technology is just too far advanced that if you're using that type of phone, you can't use our app because of what the app offers, which is augmented reality and geolocation. So you have to have all of that enabled, right?
Right.
Newer phones obviously fare much better, but we had some minor glitches, stuff like that. We have awesome customer support, tech support. We don't give a timeline on how fast a turnaround is, but usually it's within a few hours. I think we got a staff of 4 people that take care of our emails that come in through the website and through the app. If someone forgets their username or their login info, we try to get back to you guys as fast as possible. There is options for automatically resetting your password, but oftentimes people forget which email they use or what their username was. So we have people on tech support for that. But yeah, no, we're kind of just cruising at our own pace, and it's nice. So that's the beauty about EtherShift as well, is that people, if people are collecting coins in game, a lot of people, they want to withdraw those coins, but others, they don't really want to withdraw them because they're safe in your wallet. So a lot of people in the cryptocurrency space, they're of the HODL mentality and don't want to sell. So a lot of people just love accumulating them. So now if someone wants more, even if they want to invest in the company, go and buy some on EtherShift. So we're not trading publicly. You can't sell right now, but you can buy, and those funds essentially come right to us, and that allows us to keep working on the app, keep building and making this better for the cryptocurrency company.
So all right, so now I since I have 5 action coins, what do I click on it and it says, it gives me the domain and everything, but where's my wallet address? How can I send them?
So that's exactly what I'm talking about, right? So that's the growing pains that we're essentially running into right now. So we didn't think this would take off as fast as it has, and that's what our developers are working right now is
got it,
developing those functions.
I have 12, by the way, Brian.
What's up?
I have 12 action coin. Just letting you know.
Awesome.
So, but that's what the private capital would come in for further development.
Yeah. So that's why we're trying to raise equity right now. We are talking with several large private investors. Other details I can't really go about, but we've got some pretty big partnerships that are coming on board and that we are working with. But yeah, essentially the money that we do get from private investors is going right back into the company. mostly development and marketing. I mean, really, we already have a working product. Everybody loves it. The reception's great. We just want to keep building on that product and keep developing our business model, right? Every day we keep getting all kinds of crazier ideas. It's ridiculous how many people approach us and go, hey, have you guys thought about this? Excuse me. So, you know, a lot of people say, hey, you know, have you guys thought about this? And we're like, oh no, we didn't think of that. We could incorporate, you know, this into augmented reality. We could do this. And then, okay, we've got, you know, 50 ideas, and we're like, all right, well, you know, we got to prioritize these. Yeah. So which is our community going to love most, which benefits them, and also helps us grow. So, you know, we'll prioritize, okay, we got, you know, these 2 or 3 to do. And then when we get into those, we're like, all right, each of these has 5 different options of how do we do this. So then we got to narrow in, okay, well, we could do it this way, or we could do it this way, and that, well, maybe that affects this. So we're thinking long term, and we're really taking our time with how we're going to implement things, what direction we want to take the company, how involved do we want to be in the crypto space. So, because again, this app is about mass adoption, right? We're not tailoring to the cryptocurrency community. I mean, it's a crypto app. We're giving away free crypto, but cryptocurrency is just that industry is just a small portion. That's a small portion of our target market. We're targeting everybody, health and fitness, weight loss, everybody with this app. Who doesn't like collecting free money? So, you know, it's so, and then if you incentivize them as well by offering, you know, 3D advertising, and you get companies like McDonald's or Starbucks or whoever to sign up.
That's the technology that a lot of people are going to be most excited about, Brian, is just the AR portion of this and seeing where that goes. Because just the other day I was at one of my favorite burrito places. They had like if you hold your phone up for an AR and you actually watch the whole thing, you get a discount, because who's doing that these days? And I'm like, I'm a nerd and I love burritos, you know? So yeah, you're absolutely right. And there's a lot that can be in with that. And that's a phenomenal job on your products and your developers and your programmers to build that in. That's incredible work.
I agree. When I first hopped on, I was the same thing as you guys. I was like, holy crap. I asked the same thing when I first came on, and that's kind of what drew me to the project. And that's why when I first met with Amal, our CEO, after we finished filming that Electra Aircoins video, I asked him the same question: is how are you guys making money?
Yeah.
And he started telling me, well, you know, like online augmented reality, and I wasn't overly familiar with the term augmented reality, actually. You know, I've played Pokemon Go. I have Snapchat. I know I've seen those features, but I wasn't actually familiar with the term augmented reality. I just, I called it Pokemon Go, and I called it Snapchat. Yep. So you started talking about augmented reality, advertising, interactive advertising. So, and then we just started talking about all the different revenue streams that there are, not just the tokenomics, like not our AirX token. I think that'll just gain, that'll be more of a utility token, because it's going to be used in game. That's going to be the in-game currency. So if somebody wants to create a personalized avatar for themselves in game that you can be viewed in AR, that would cost you AirX. So you'll be collecting our coin. If you want, you can purchase more of it, or keep collecting it for free, and then you could use that currency
to do XYZ. Yep.
Yeah, to do XYZ in the Aircoins app. So if you want to level up faster, if you want to upgrade your character, if you want, if you want to buy an add-on, you're going to be using AirX. It'll be a utility token. It's going to have a purpose. It's going to, and so that's essentially, there's the AirX kind of way of making money, and for in-game purchases, and just for trading. If people want to trade in exchanges, go for it. It's great for that because we own 95% of it. So that, there's no huge manipulation. There's no, there's no big whale that's holding 10% of the circulating supply. Mm-hmm. We own literally probably 95% of the circulating supply, and we're just going to start selling on exchanges. If you want to buy it, great. Eventually, you'll be able, you can trade with it. You'll be able to buy items with it in game. So we are working on deposit functionality. Like you said, Brian, said, well, where's my address? What's my address? All I have is a wallet. So when Android version first came out, we did show a public Ethereum address, but just so that people would know that, oh, I have an address, and then, but the thing is, we didn't have the deposit functionality enabled. So then people were seeing an address and were assuming that they could transfer funds from an exchange to the app, and then we ran the risk of people losing their money. So essentially what we did was we just made we just hid the address. So there is a public address associated to your account. At the moment we've just hid it so that people aren't trying to send money or withdrawing money and losing funds. So until we actually enable the deposit witdraw functionality that we're working on, we've just hid the address.
I mean, I would even encourage you guys to have either on the website or in game, just have a. Am I still there?
Yeah, they're still there. Well, he was going a little slow. He might be cutting out. Can you still hear us, Brian? Nope, he's gone.
Yeah, he just dropped off.
No worries. Well, I know you have your announcement here in about 30 minutes, so I'm not going to hold you much longer. I'm sure
we're good. I don't need much time. It's already prepped, so as long as I got 5 minutes before that's fine.
But yeah, man, this is a wonderful tool, and like we've been chatting about, I think one of the biggest things is like that mass adoption, getting people comfortable with seeing what it is, seeing how it works, playing with it. Because there is so many ways that you can blend that into present culture, and that's really what people are trying to do with cryptos. And even if it is just a game, and that's all it comes down to, that's fine. There's a lot of games that make a lot of money that get bought out by other companies.
Pokemon Go in their first year of business, they made $950 million.
Dude, exactly.
That's an app that charges people to play. We're an app that pays people to play. So. Yeah. It shows the potential of what we're sitting on, and that's why we're working hard. Our team is working hard. We're progressing quickly. Our team is growing quickly, and we're just kind of getting ready to scale up. Essentially, we went from this very small company to now we're blowing up. We have to get proper infrastructure. We have to get that kind of that ladder, that corporate ladder going, so that everybody knows their roles, everybody understands their parts.
Sure.
So there's been a lot to learn. We're not just building a cryptocurrency company. We're building a software company.
Right.
So
exactly.
There's a lot to figure out there, and a lot of what we're doing is uncharted waters. A lot of stuff like that in cryptocurrency is essentially all of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
The stuff that we're working on right now, it hasn't been done before. So that's what we're trying to figure out. What's the best way for people to withdraw their funds from the app to an exchange? Do we want them to go to an exchange? Which exchanges do we want to use? Do we want to do that ourselves? We want to withdraw it to our own exchange. So
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah.
Sorry, my computer overheated, and so now I'm on my phone. But I just walked outside to go find some Aircoins. So we could still have the podcast. Which I'm just going to be Aircoining now, or whatever the hell you want to call it.
That's amazing, man. I love it.
That's even better. We couldn't have planned that if we tried.
Yeah, even better.
So yeah, no, there's a lot that we have to figure out. We're not like I said, we're not just building a blockchain company.
Yep.
We're building a software company. So we got to get all kinds of developers. We need augmented reality developers. We need web developers. We need app developers. And we're working on that. We have some working for us now. We're just trying to essentially grow the team and have the proper people in place so that everything runs smoothly. And we're also talking with exchanges to see what's the best way to get listed and best way to protect our users as well. We want we want this to be a good investment opportunity. And I've been in so many communities where coins are so highly manipulated. It's disgusting.
Yeah.
And I don't want to name any companies, but when you're in the crypto space, I think anybody that's been in the crypto space, more than a year, I bet you every single person has some very interesting stories to tell about experiences, about projects, about losing money, about changes. So it's a scary space. It's still very much the wild, wild west. And I understand why we haven't reached mass adoption, honestly.
Yeah, totally.
And that's what we're trying to change. We think that this app could be one of the first apps to reach mass adoption. We want to make it fun. We want to make it friendly, and we want people to go out, stay active, stay fit, earn some free money. And the harder we work, the soonest you'll be able to start using that money, right? So
yeah, dude. Very cool.
So yeah, that's the one thing I was saying before my computer shut down was I would even venture to say, why not have a function either online on the website or in app where I can click to buy more air tokens. Let's say I want to enhance my character. I'll just put it in my debit card, or I'll use Apple Pay and buy more air tokens so I can increase my radius or whatnot.
Exactly. So that's exactly what I was talking about when I said in-game purchases. When we're talking about gamification features, in-game purchases, that's what's gonna help give AirX our utility, essentially. We're not a security token, we're a utility token. People are going to purchase it to buy upgrades, to keep working in the game. So yeah, that's very much what we plan on doing. That's why we need app developers to be able to develop those features into the app. We have to, so we're not only working with cryptocurrency exchanges, we're also working with, integrating, process payments. There's a lot in the works right now that we're all working towards. I mean, we have an entire Trello board of ideas, not just for development for in-game, but also advertising. Our community is very involved, very responsive, and like I said, this game so far, it's actually unbelievable. I never thought the impact it would have had on some people, but this game, I'm not joking. It's helped change people's lives. Whether for good or bad, or maybe I don't know, but a lot of people are enjoying it. A lot of people are going out, spending more time outside, getting more activity. Just going out and about and staying active, staying fit, earning free money. They're learning something about cryptocurrency. Like Brian said, you can click. You open the app, it shows you the website, the link to the coin that you just picked up.
Yeah.
You can research that project. It's just a fun way to get people involved in cryptocurrency.
I love this whole freaking thing, and let's see, I've collected. I have 10 action coins. I have 9 Air X's and 25 OCCs.
Nice.
Not sure what OCC is, but
original crypto coin.
Okay, cool.
Original crypto coin. They have quite a few. They're actually one of the. I think they have a pretty large supply, which is awesome for us because they just keep giving us more tokens to drop in game for everybody. So they've got a very large supply. So they've supplied us with quite a few. So they're readily available in the game. I think some of the coins you're going to find the most are probably Aircoins, our own token, Action Coin. OCC, original crypto coin, I think we have quite a large supply. Essentially, the more we get, the more we drop, right? So these companies are, if OCC gives us 10 coins and another partner gives us 1 coin, well, that's essentially the ratio you're going to be finding in games. Going to get 1 ratio, right?
Sure.
Hey, I'm gonna create one called Coupon Coin, and I'm just gonna have about 10 billion, and I'm gonna say, hey, listen, Aircoins, you guys throw this all over everywhere and let people collect a whole hell of a lot. And then you can go to couponcoin.com and you can buy whatever the hell you want, and you can use Coupon Coin to get discounts.
We charge 1 BTC listing fee, Brian.
Bam. There you go.
Sounds like we just got an
Jeremy
Aircoin.
and I. Hey, hey, this we think of so many business ideas on these podcasts. It's not even funny. But on a more serious note, Brian, I'll get your and we can cut this out of the podcast if we need to. But I would love to get your information. I actually do help companies raise money. So only companies I really believe have a true solution, and that's outside of crypto, inside crypto. But man, this is awesome. It makes complete sense. And I would just, I mean, I'll sign an NDA, but I would love to look at your performas, where you guys plan on seeing this going, seeing how the adoption, all the metrics. I like looking at data.
Yeah.
That's my. But yeah, let's.
Absolutely.
I mean, this is
you
awesome.
guys don't have to. You don't have to cut this out at all. I mean, essentially, we want anybody who wants to invest. We're not begging. We're not begging for money. But like I said, it's available on ethershift.co as of today. If you want to trade for AirX, it's any Ethereum token that you have that's listed on Ethershift. You can purchase AirX by all means. We want people to invest in the company. We agree with you. We think it's an awesome company, and we think this is great for the cryptocurrency community.
Love it.
So yeah, no, by all means, and if anybody wants to reach out to me, my Telegram handle is Brian_Aircoins. I'm the marketing and sales director for Aircoins. So like I said, on Telegram, just at Brian_Aircoins. That's Brian with an I. And same thing on Twitter, same thing on Instagram. So I'm easy to get a hold of. My email address is also brian@aircoins.co.
Yep.
So brian@aircoins.co. Anybody that wants to reach out, not necessarily if you want to invest money. If you just want to talk, you want more information on the game, how can you get involved? What can you do? More than happy to field any questions, concerns. Drop me a line.
Will do, man. Hey, thank you so much for your time. I truly appreciate it. It's been an honor to host you on the IR4 podcast today, tonight, this week, this year. Thank you so much. It's been an absolute privilege.
Likewise. Thank you, guys.
All right. Take care, buddy. Boom. There you have it. Life-altering, life-changing content for you. One of the few podcasts in the world, I think the only one at this particular point in time, that has interviewed the Aircoins, some of the members of Aircoin. Really great stuff, folks. Thanks so much for subscribing, for watching, for being here, for being involved in the crypto community, for learning, for growing, for creating brainwaves. You are amazing. We will see you next week, as always, on Thursday for the newest edition. Make sure to click that subscribe button. Keep being incredible. And until next time, love life, live life, and trade it. We will see you later. Bye.